The afternoon sunlight poured into the cozy little apartment that 19-year-old Clara shared with her boyfriend, Ethan. Ethan, a 20-year-old with an infectious laugh and a penchant for video games, was a live streamer. His days were spent in front of his camera, entertaining a growing audience with his gaming skills and witty commentary. Clara, on the other hand, was a free spirit who loved experimenting with new things, from art to hairstyles. Clara had been feeling adventurous that day. On a whim, she decided to book an appointment at her favorite salon. By the time she returned home, her blonde hair had been transformed into a sleek copper burgundy bob that framed her face beautifully. She couldn't stop smiling as she admired herself in the mirror. This was a bold new look, and she was proud of it. When Clara entered the apartment, Ethan was already deep into his live stream. His gaming setup was impressive. A high-quality camera, multiple monitors, and a ring light that made him look almost cinematic. He glanced at her briefly as she walked in, and his eyes widened. "Whoa, babe, you changed your hair!" he exclaimed, turning back to his chat to give them a running commentary. "Guys, look at my girlfriend's new haircut! She looks amazing, right?" Clara blushed and gave a little wave to the camera. She perched on the couch, listening to Ethan banter with his viewers. Then came the comment that started it all. "Blonde suited her better," Ethan read aloud from the chat. Clara's smile faltered for a second, but she brushed it off. "Well, I like it, and that's what matters," she quipped. But Ethan, always the showman, couldn't resist turning the moment into content. "Hey, chat, here's a crazy idea," he said with a mischievous grin. "What if we did something really wild? For $1,000 in donations, I'll shave my girlfriend's head. What do you say?" Clara laughed, certain it was a joke. "Sure, Ethan. Deal. There's no way they'll raise that much." The chat erupted. Donations started pouring in faster than Clara could process. "What the—" she muttered as Ethan's donation counter climbed higher and higher. Within minutes, it hit the $1,000 mark. Ethan turned to her, wide-eyed. "Oh, no way! They actually did it!" Clara's stomach dropped. "Wait, Ethan, you were kidding, right?" He hesitated, the weight of the moment sinking in. "I mean, a deal's a deal, babe. But if you don't want to, we can refund it." Clara looked at the chat, full of people cheering and demanding the shave. Torn between the pressure of the moment and her pride, she swallowed hard. "Fine. Let's just get it over with." Ethan fetched a pair of clippers while Clara sat in his gaming chair, draped in a blue cape. Tears welled up in her eyes as the buzzing clippers touched her head. Ethan hesitated, clearly uncomfortable, but the pressure from the audience pushed him forward. The first pass of the clippers sent a lock of copper burgundy hair tumbling to the floor. Clara's tears flowed freely now, but she stayed silent as Ethan continued, the chat's cheers ringing in her ears. By the end, her head was completely bald, her pale scalp shining under the harsh light. When it was over, Ethan tried to comfort her, but she pushed him away. "I need a minute," she said, storming off to the bathroom. She stared at her reflection, a mix of shock and anger bubbling up inside her. After a long shower, Clara emerged, her emotions simmering just below the surface. Ethan had returned to his stream, laughing with his chat as if nothing had happened. That was the final straw. Quietly, Clara approached him. Without a word, she grabbed some duct tape and tied his wrists to the armrests of his chair. Ethan yelped in surprise. "Clara, what are you doing?" She didn't answer. Instead, she grabbed the clippers. "You thought it was funny to shave my head? Let's see how you like it." The chat went wild as Clara buzzed Ethan's head, leaving him as bald as she was. He protested at first, but quickly realized he had no choice. When she was done, Clara stepped back, admiring her handiwork. "There, now we match," she said, her voice icy. Ethan looked at her, a mix of shock and admiration on his face. "Okay, I deserved that." The stream ended shortly after, and the two sat in silence. Slowly, Ethan reached for Clara's hand. "I'm sorry. I took it too far." Clara sighed. "You think?" But the corner of her mouth twitched upward. "Let's just agree not to make deals like that again." They both laughed, the tension easing. It wasn't the smoothest day in their relationship, but it was one they'd never forget. Eventually, Clara embraces her bald head. Together, she happily walks down the street with her also bald boyfriend. When it happened, she was very angry, but now finally she is proud of it and enjoys it. No more long in front of the mirror. She doubts whether to leave it like this or to let it grow. Maybe dye it, a nice color. She started a podcast to motivate other women to do things she wants to do, and to do the appearance that women like best, and not for the outside world. She is also still happy with her boyfriend. He has started gaming less and live streaming less to stop doing crazy things. He now does photo shoots with his bald head. They are happy together.